3 years ago, Joe Biden issued this executive order. It promotes access to voting. Its stated goal is to promote and defend the right to vote. And Biden directed every agency in the federal government to participate. Federal agencies were to somehow look into voter registration, expand vote by mail, and use approved third-party organizations to help them get it all done. We don't know who those organizations are. We don't know all of the details because they are stonewalling Congress. We all saw that approved third-party organizations, what it meant back in 2020. It meant partisan with strings attached. But what is happening now? We don't know. Biden has refused to let Congress know exactly what the heck the executive order is meant to do. In the weeks leading up to the midterms, Biden's DOJ stonewalled Freedom of Information Act requests. Again, if this were Donald Trump, let me just ask you, was Donald Trump picking up where Mark Zuckerberg left off? Would you have a problem with that? They refused to tell us. But for the Foundation of Government Accountability, they called Biden's executive order a, quote, unconstitutional, taxpayer-funded, get-out-the-vote effort designed to benefit the president's political party. So it's Zuckbucks on government-funded steroids. And the new information appears to prove this. I want to show you, this is an email that was revealed by the Heritage Foundation's Oversight Project. It is a collaboration between an apparent approved third party and the Department of Agriculture. The subject line states, Demos Meeting on Voting Rights EO. This is a collaboration regarding Biden's secret squirrel voting rights executive order. Now take a look at this line, and I quote, you all had asked for some data on voter registration through the NVRA at the state level, which I've pasted below. So the Department of Agriculture, of all agencies, had enlisted the support of this approved third party to get their info at state level on voter registration data. So who is the third party helping the government? Their name is Demos, and I want to read what they are and read to you what they are all about directly from their website. Ready? They are, quote, working to build a just, inclusive, multiracial democracy. Demos has worked at the intersection of democracy reform, economic justice, and racial justice. Demos has moved progressive issues from the movement to the mainstream, such as debt-free college. Now, again, we're talking our elections. You can do whatever you want, but this is our election partner. Does that sound nonpartisan? Think about it if it was Trump. Demos has, quote, close ties to the wing of the Democratic Party associated with U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren from Massachusetts and the left-wing progressive movement advocating a far-left agenda. That's from their website. And they're working directly with the U.S. government to secure our elections? Look, I have been exposing big progressive financing to fundamentally transform our country for a very long time. But who really needs the Tides Foundation, Mark Zuckerberg, or even George Soros anymore? The U.S. government is now taking their place, and the Fed's pockets are a bit deeper than all of them combined. In this system, the unprecedented changes to the way we vote, expanded early and absentee voting, mass mail-in ballots, ballot harvesting will become the norm. But why is the left so laser-focused on mail-in and early voting? Because for them and their media surrogates, all they're doing is making voting easier. It's not true. They've done the studies, and they know exactly what they are doing. This is a case study from 2020. It's analyzing early voting laws, the partisan effect from an election in Ohio. They found pretty much everything the left is now pushing to change how we vote benefits mainly, and I quote, women, Democrats, independents, and those of childbearing and working age. Kind of sounds like the demographics that the left has been trying to weaponize the past decade or so. But why does it benefit them more than conservatives and not the typical conservative voter? Quote, urban Democratic areas expanded early voting at a faster rate than rural Republican ones. Okay? And just to drive the dagger home, we further find that the effects are larger on Democrats than on Republicans, and that effects on independents are very large. That's why they're doing this. They're beating us in elections. That's not just, that's a science now. They've prepared, and pretty much everything that made us lose confidence in the election is their path forward. Again, strategy is strategy. Ballot harvesting, I don't like it, but if it's legal in your state, the Republicans should be doing as much as the Democrats are. But play fair. The old days of finding out who won on an election night, those days are over. Been there, done that. I got the t-shirt. If the election lasts longer than 4 hours, contact your doctor immediately. There might be some. Conservatives have done their own studies, and we can fix our election system pretty easily. It's common sense. It's not partisan. I'll show you when we come back.